Plans to have a building warrant of fitness scheme for rental properties has met some criticism from property owners. If the proposed bill gets before Parliament, it could allow the council to enforce minimum standards on rentals for heating and insulation. But one local rental property owner says she doesn't think it's a good idea, and it's going to end up hitting tenants in the pocket.
A landlord is in business. They don't want to make a loss on their rental property. So if you enforce a cost that is going to hit their pocket, it's got to come from somewhere, and it does end up in the tenants paying for it in the long run.
If a property doesn't currently have heating and insulation, the cost to a landlord could be up to $10,000. Money Elmer says a landlord may not have immediately.
Dunedin has the oldest housing stock in any major city in New Zealand. That said, the quality has improved a lot over the last few years. As people are being educated and the government's really helped with the insulation schemes, they are being improved. So even with the old houses, there are some great quality properties out there.
Mayor Dave Cole says all landlords will face the same costs and will all be in the same situation. He describes suggestions costs will be passed on to the tenants as nonsense. Legislation is in place that requires rental housing to be reasonably clean and reasonably maintained. And Alma says if they're not, tenants can take landlords to the Tenancy Tribunal. With 700 properties available over the off-season this year, tenants have had a wide and varied choice over what kind of property they want to rent.
Anything to do with improving properties should be self-regulating. If tenants are old enough to rent a property and to enter into a contract, they're old enough to answer some basic questions, such as, is the property insulated? Okay, so there's a heat pump. I can see that the sun is good here, that sort of thing.
The debate won't be over for some time yet, and the future for Dunedin's ageing housing stock and whether it will be the landlords or tenants who pay for insulation and heating is a long way down the road. Dee Karen, 39 Dunedin News.